Today's story is all about, putting in that hard work and dedication and then getting to reap those benefits years later. And in this case, I don't know how long this took, 10, 12 years? I received a message from someone in Puerto Rico that I am now the face of a brand from a photograph that we took 10 years ago, maybe more. I am the Dawn of Money. I think Patrick did such a good job of capturing the refinement and sophistication of like a wealthy businessman. If you're watching this, you're probably wondering like, how in the world did this happen? Let me take you back and tell you what happened. I was actually working at Ritz Camera, and that's where I met Patrick Hall, who's now my business partner at Fstoppers. At the beginning of my career, I shot micro stock, and so I convinced Patrick to start shooting the micro stock with me.
We wrapped up work, got off at 9 p.m. It was late. We went over to Lee's house and we were just shooting a bunch of images like we always do. And I had so many ideas. There were so many great outtakes from this session. I knew we were onto something really good.
Patrick started kind of taking charge. He seemed to have a vision for the whole photo shoot.
Hey, why don't you put this on? All right, so why don't you put that there? Yeah, like that. So this was the one that we took right before we took the money shot. And, like I said, it just doesn't have the right mood.
But then all of a sudden, Patrick had this incredible idea, and looking back on it now, I probably didn't appreciate it as much as I should have.
But I remember reaching in, I grabbed that wide angle lens, and I was like, you know what, I think if I get really close and get that money out there, I think we could be onto something special. Why don't you bring it down and fan it towards me, but we need to see all the numbers. Yeah, like that. And then look here. Now I know when you see something like this, it looks like the budget is outrageous for this, but truth be told, I think the jacket was one of Lee's roommate's jackets. We didn't have any hair or makeup or anything. We had to scrounge around to get the money for the shot. That was the most expensive part. So it's really not about the budget or the gear. It's about the concept.
I don't know how much Patrick's made on it. I'm a little jealous that, I'm not the copyright holder of the image myself, but hey, he took the picture, so it's his photograph.
I don't know, typically these are like 10 cents to $1. Let me see if I can find, this one here is sold for 35 cents. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have dozens of pages of this, it really adds up. Let me see if I can figure out how much, here's the stats. $9 on that. So $9 in 10 years, goodness, like imagine that in 50 years, how much money that would be. I can actually see the download dates. Okay, it mainly sold the first year or two that I released it, but it sold, one or two in 2010.
So when this picture got published on Facebook, everybody loved it. Like all the comments just thought it was fantastic. They were like, Lee, you are the Dawn of Money. I FaceTimed my father when I got this and I was like, check this out. and he was like, you've certainly reached the pinnacle of your career, son. I was like, yeah.
If I had any advice for photographers, you got to be good at your craft. If you look at this, the image, the lighting itself is spot on. But I think it's really the concept you have to focus on. I think too many people get caught up in the glamour and the gear and the persona of being a photographer.
So I actually have not even opened one of these yet. So let's open one up. Look at that, I'm even on the little box inside. It's very strong. But you know what it smells like? To me, it smells like dedication to your craft. That's what it smells like. I love it.
It's really easy to get caught up in all the technicals of photography, but at the end of the day, what are we? We're storytellers. I'm just trying to tell a simple story, and I'm trying to help other companies tell a story. And so for me, that'd be the biggest advice. Make sure your images speak to the general public.
I guess my message to photographers is, if times are tough, you're having trouble booking the jobs, if you're wondering if it's worth it. Sometimes All you have to do is wait 10 years and your face shows up on the front of an incense box, and it makes it all worth it.